Good morning, y'all. It's Nicole with Nick's Village, www.nicksvillage.com. I'm here with the Pisces reading. Pisces. You can go to my website. Again, it's www.nicksvillage.com. And I give full readings. I do them in person, by email, and video chat. I am a Reiki master teacher. I can teach you Reiki. I can give you Reiki. I know about 3 different types of Reiki. I've combined them all and come up with my own way of practicing. I teach inner child workshops to groups of people. I'm available to do that. I'm available to do tarot parties and get-togethers. I'm a speaker. I speak about various things. You can go to my website and read about me. I've written a book. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it. You can subscribe to my YouTube, like, share, comment. You can subscribe to my website. We won't spam you. Every now and then I send out a newsletter, which I need to do. And the next day or 2 I need to get one out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and I reopened my TikTok. So there is that. It's in the process of changing. It was very political, and I'm changing it over now to spiritual. So if you get on there and you see a bunch of me marching in the streets and that kind of stuff, that's me. And hopefully I'll start getting some readings on there and that kind of stuff. It's Pisces reading. See what the universe has to say to Pisces this morning. I went back to my Shaman's Oracle cards. I'm using the other Oracle cards for a group that I'm involved in. And so I don't want to use those same cards for my readings. Don't know why. Just made that decision. Just got done meditating for the morning. I'm ready to get this Pisces reading. See what the universe has for the Pisces. Right. Pisces. Shaman's Oracle card is the Shaman of Stars. You got the 7 of Hearts, the 5 of Crystals, and the Guide of Hearts. All right, Pisces. So you have hearts and crystals today. We're working with emotions and resources. I'm gonna grab some water. I'm thirsty. Not an advertisement for water. I used to drink this water all the time. I don't anymore. I just drink alkaline water wherever I can get it. But if I can't get the store brand alkaline water, I usually buy this water. It's good water. It's just expensive. Ooh, Seven of Hearts. Guide of Hearts. Five of Crystals. So I'm going to start actually with the hearts, the seven and the guide. So the Seven of Hearts. So I'm gonna say to you with that card, for one, it's hearts. So not only is it dealing with emotions, it's also the Seven of Hearts, and as you can see, it's really green and really yellow. So it's dealing with the heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra for me. And I noticed that in a lot of the heart cards, the mermaids, which are the stars of the heart cards, a lot of them, the mermaids are above ground. They're not under the water. They're out. And it's so where I'm going with that is you also have the Guide of Hearts. And what I get in this card is very much that it's no place like home. There's no place like home. And that's when she comes, because this is the Wizard of Oz, and that's the Emerald City. And that's when she comes and says, you've always had it in you. You've always been able to go home. Like, nothing's stopping you. And so I see that, and then I see this, and I think home. I think the mermaid's home. That's where she lives. And so I'm thinking like heart chakra and solar plexus chakra. You're being asked to you're being told that what you've been looking for, what you've been seeking is with you the entire time. It's time for you to, Pisces, it's time for you, little bitty fishy, last but not least, you see them, little fishies. It's time for you to go inward. It's time for you to ask yourself these questions. It's time for you to check your heart and to see what the next move is, where you're going. So you had this idea that you were gonna, venture off to like the Emerald City and all that stuff, to this dream, to this place, and there's this wizard here to give you like this wisdom, and the wisdom has been inside of you the entire time. The wisdom is yours. It's you that needs to make the decisions and to figure out what the next move is. What's your heart telling you, Pisces? What is your solar plexus telling you? What do you think about whatever situation this is? It really feels like, Pisces, that you're looking for answers outside of yourself. That you believe that there's somewhere you can go to get answers to problems that the answers you have. And so the universe is saying to you, like, No. You've got it. You understand it. You know it. You decide. Um, you've always been able to figure it out yourself, Pisces. You don't need an expert. You don't need to go outside of yourself. You don't need to ask your friends. You need to sit down, maybe meditate, maybe ask yourself the real questions that are going to give you the real answers of what's next. There's no place like home. You have, she really feels like inner guidance. Like, you should have come to me a long time ago. I've got the guidance. And not like you should have, like you did something wrong, but just like you could have come at any point. You could have stopped and you could have checked in with, it's almost like your higher self, I would say. You could have checked in with your higher self at any point, and you would have known that all the answers that you're looking for are within. So Pisces, you're being guided to go in and to look for the answers that you're searching for. And you're being reminded that you've always had those answers, and you ultimately know which way to go and what to do. And you don't have to go to some other authority outside of you to get that information, because you know it. Follow your heart and follow your gut. You're that part of you that just knows. Go to your safe place, to your inner place, and connect with that. And answers will be forthcoming. And then we have the 5 of crystals. And crystals are your resources, your money, your love, your time, your energy. He's putting the finishing touches on something. It feels to me like he's created a space. And so it's really wild, because with the other cards, and then I look at this card, which is a crystal. So it's almost like he's created the space for her to meditate. So it's almost like and somehow you've got the space. You've created the space that gives you the place to. So he's in a tree, he has a little ladder to get to it. It feels like a retreat. It feels like a place for him to replenish, for him to breathe into himself and replenish. And he's putting it together. So it's almost like, go back to that place. I don't know if you've recently begun meditating, you bought yourself a nice cushion or a mat, or if a room in your house is opening and you started making it nice for a space for you, or you're like my sister, and you have a she shed, or a man cave or something like that. But it's almost like that. It's like, create a space for yourself, because in that space you're going to have this time to process and to understand yourself and what's going on and what needs to go on. And you'll have a place that replenishes you. So the crystals are talking about your resources, and like, it's like he has this place where he can have a moment where he can replenish. So a lot of times we don't understand that our energy is such a huge resource, and that needs to be replenished. And the way that that's replenished is to pour into ourselves, to give ourselves time alone, to sleep, to rest, to those kinds of things. And it feels like there's this place that just recently is being presented to you. And it's wild because you didn't even realize that how easy it was to like call on that place, and now that place is right there. And you're being asked to go there, Pisces, and to zen out, to figure out for yourself the wisdom that you're seeking. Seems like you might be seeking wisdom outside of yourself, and you're being asked to go inside and seek the wisdom within yourself. So that's what I have for you today, Pisces. Let's see what the Shaman of Stars has to say. Transformative energy, change in direction, reassessment. You're being asked to reassess, to check things out. I'm a shaman of stars. I bring the heavens to earth. I drink in the beauty of the sky. Swallow this elixir and give it back. It's a transformative energy to all. I bring a blessing to you in the restoration of strength when it was most needed. Deeper levels of wisdom and understanding. So I feel like you're being asked to go in and to get some understanding, to go in. You're being asked to go in, to create a space, and to go into that space. And you've been able to do this the whole time. You don't need outside influences. You don't need outside help. You need to do this, Pisces. This is for you. This is your job. It's what you need to do so that you can go on to the next level of whatever you're doing. So that's my reading for Pisces for today. I want to thank you guys for coming to listen. If you want a more in-depth reading, www.nixvillage.com. I'm here. And thank you. Have a great day.